Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and touch on a fragrance that was released in the year of 2008 from the house of Amouage. It's a classic. We're talking about Jubilation 25. Now Jubilation 25 comes in a box that looks like this. It looks like, you know, just all the other Amouage fragrances that are out there. Little fun fact with this one, for the longest time I kept calling it Jubilation 15. I'm not sure where I got it. Maybe I didn't see an X, but you know, finally going through, I was like, oh wait, you know, it's Jubilation 25. And that's what the fragrance is. Obviously there's no Jubilation 15 out there. So you pop open, and of course, always be careful with the Amouage fragrances. Lift it up carefully because sometimes it's askew, it's not there, and it may, you know, pop out and surprise you and drop on the floor, break, and really piss you off. All right. So anyways, standard Amouage presentation. I really like them. Very clean, sophisticated, simple, and they're there. And Jubilation 25 is no different. Now, this fragrance is available from the site of Notino. Look down below and you'll see a link where you can get a great price on it. So keep a like out for that and, you know, do with it what you will. Now, let's just go ahead and get into the actual fragrance itself. Notes of the fragrance are on the screen itself. This fragrance is sophistication to its finest. Now, when you hear the notes, when you hear the main notes, you've got those blackberries in it. There's so many notes in this fragrance, but you've got that berry note. You've got, you know, all those spices. You've got all those woods in it. You're gonna think, man, this is gonna be an amalgam. This is gonna be just so many notes across, and it may not work. And I have to say, you'd be wrong if it, because this, the way that it comes together is just magical. You get, at the end of the day, kind of this lightly sweet, woody, spicy scent that sits on your skin and is just sophisticated. And it's done in such a way that really speaks to the refinement. As a result, I recently got this fragrance. I had smelled this a while ago, and I remember thinking to myself, man, this is a good fragrance, but it kind of just receded into the back of my mind. And then when I came across it again, I was like, you know, I really like that fragrance. Let me see how it holds up with time. Tried it out and was like, all right, I'm getting this fragrance. This fragrance is on my list, and went ahead and bought it. So that's how Jubilation 25 came into my, I guess you could say, in my sphere, if you will. And wearing it, the perfect time to go ahead and wear this fragrance is upscale occasions or night out occasions where you know, you want a fragrance that's not going to be as grabbing out. It's not going to go ahead and be screaming out. It's just going to be sitting on you, and it's going to have a nice little aura on you. And that's what Jubilation 25 manages to accomplish. It's sophistication in a bottle. It's another one that I like to wear with suits. I like to wear it with you know, a sport coat and jeans. That's the type of fragrance that this is. Fantastic all around. Season-wise, any season you can go ahead and pull this one off. Occasion-wise, like I mentioned, you want to wear this for upscale occasions. Compliment-wise, this does get compliments. I suspect, and the cool thing about this fragrance is the compliments that you're going to get are more about your overall appearance. This one did not get me any compliments where they're like, that fragrance is awesome. What they're like is, man, and I got this was a real compliment, man, the way that, you know, the way that you smell really works with your jeans, or with your, it wasn't with your jeans, sorry. Now the real magic with this one, as far as compliments goes, I got complimented with this one on my overall appearance. So it was like, you know, man, I like that outfit that you have on. I had like a sports coat on and jeans on. And at the same time, they're like, and the smell that you have is really going with it as well too. I was like, thanks. And that's the compliment that I got this one. So they didn't directly go at the fragrance itself, but I think that when you wear it with the right scenario, with all fragrances, it's really gonna shine. And that's where this one shined. I think this is a more mature fragrance. So for individuals and gentlemen who have a little bit more refinement to them, who, you know, want to dress to the nines or whatever it is, this is a fragrance that you want to go ahead and look at, and it'll do fantastic for that. I go about 4 or 5 sprays. This is one sometimes that I'll go even a little bit more. You're not going to choke anyone out with this fragrance, so feel free to get a little bit liberal with the spraying. And finally, performance-wise with this fragrance, you're gonna get easily 8 hours or so. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes just a little bit less. But I should say, even though it's a little bit less, what's gonna happen is it's still gonna be on your skin. It's gonna be more sitting close. This is a fragrance that you spray on, you wake up in the morning and you've got wafts and whiffs of this scent. So this is definitely just such a fantastic keeper. So if I'm gonna go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give this fragrance a rating 4 out of 5 stars. I think this is a solid fragrance overall. The only things that are dropping it down in terms of the fact that I think it's so great are the fact that one, it's an Amouage fragrance, so generally it's a little bit more on the expensive side. Two, it's a little bit limited, I think, in its ideal wear. So what I mean by that is I keep talking about upscale, refinement, and that's really where it suits itself. It doesn't really lend itself to be a good casual fragrance or a good fragrance for that matter that you would just wear to work. To me, it's still all about, you know, that date and that upscale type of a scenario. So those really are the two things that are just taking it down a notch. But overall, solid fragrance overall, excellent fragrance to my collection, and one that will be here, you know, for the long haul. So fantastic from the house of Amouage. Let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. And again, if you feel like picking this up, check out the link down below at Notino and you'll find a great price for this fragrance. All right, so that's Jubilation 25. Let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.